I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Monday evening with Mentorship Mondays with Michelle and Maren. How you doing, everybody? And hi, Maren.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I am doing great. Actually, I am. I am doing great, and I'm happy to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I am recovered from Thanksgiving. It was a
Yes.
lot of fun, a lot of food, a lot of sugar, way too much sugar. But I'm doing good now.
Sugar coma.
Sugar.
Good. That's good. No, we had
Yes.
my daughter's girlfriend. She's here from Montana. Montana?
Oh,
Yeah. And so she made Thanksgiving for us while I was working. And it was so nice to come upstairs to like this beautiful dinner being made.
big meal.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, she did a really nice job. And she made all of the foods that she makes in her family, like the way that they eat. So we had
Oh,
Thanksgiving because Canadian Thanksgiving is in October.
yeah.
So we had our traditional Thanksgiving and then she did her traditional. So it was nice. And I mean, some things were kind of the same, but she makes a lot of like the green bean casserole and that we don't make any of that. So I never had
Hmm.
that before. And I actually really liked it. It was good.
Yeah,
It was good.
it is good. It is
So
good.
yeah. So my belly got filled on Thanksgiving too. It was good.
Good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. We have our tree up now, so that was fun. We went and
Yes.
we did a live Christmas tree this year, so that was super
Yes.
fun.
That's
Going
good.
and
We did a
finding.
live 1 year.
Well, we'll see
For
how it
one
goes.
year.
Yeah.
I emphasize the 1 year because the needles, I couldn't. But we have a small space too. We have a small
Okay.
space, so for us it was just not. So we have our tree up though. We do have it, and my daughter did our tree this year, and she did a beautiful job, and she did a color scheme, so it's all like white snow and white ornaments with little pink little owls and very
Beautiful.
pretty. I'll have to post a picture of it. She did a wonderful
Okay.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to
We have
post a
a,
picture of yours too.
yeah, I'll post a picture. We have like a woodland theme. So we have like
Oh, nice.
little foxes and squirrels and
That's so
owls
cute.
and red and green and gold. Yeah.
That's so cute.
So it is cute. It's really fun. It's so fun to put it up with the kids too,
Yeah,
to get
it
into it
is.
for like, I don't know, 10 minutes and then, stuck doing the rest, but it's fun. It's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that's good. Well, so what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I tried something new
Okay,
this
I love
last
that.
week. I thought we could talk about it. Oh, what is it? So I read this article about a pet psychic. And I was like, huh, wonder if I can do that. So I did a little meditation and tried to connect into my dog, Luke. I should find him around here for a little cameo. And
Yeah,
he's right under me. And so I connected to him, and all I felt, and I didn't give it like too long of a try. And I'm sure power of like whether or not you believe you can do it has a lot to do with it. Um,
yeah,
but all I got was like pain in my jaw. And so I thought, well, he's like a young dog. Doesn't have dirty teeth, too dirty of teeth.
yeah,
He's eating all of his hard food, so like that's doesn't seem to be an issue. So I really kind of blew off the experience as like it didn't work.
yeah,
And then yesterday he was like sitting right in front of me, kind of panting, and it pulled his tongue up a little bit. And right under his tongue is like a little lesion, like a canker sore type lesion. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's like kind of right near where I felt the pain. And so I thought,
yeah,
maybe I can do this. So I thought it would be fun to I don't know, talk about our puppies. We just love them, all of our pets, and
yes,
talk about how you can connect with them. Because I know, like, before I had this ability, was so worried about my older dog and like putting her down. And that was such a hard decision. So how can we connect with our pets, and how can we, um, you know what they're thinking or figure out what they're thinking? So what do we do?
I love this conversation. I do, and that's one of my favorite. I think definitely. I always say this is one of my favorite things because everything is my favorite. But I do
Yeah.
I do love connecting with animals, and they are some of the most fascinating little beings, and especially in spirit too. There are some in particular that I've connected with that have just completely changed my whole my whole reality on what I believe about consciousness and just what they show me. But um, how do we connect with them? Well, really, in the same way that we connect with spirit, they are spirit, they're energy. We are all. So when we're connecting psychically to somebody else's auric field, we can connect to the living and we can connect to those that have passed. Now, there's a little different, as we know, a little different process to connect to a past. So if you're connecting to a pet that has crossed over, you would do a lot of the same steps that you would do is connecting
Okay.
with a human spirit, with any
And
being.
that's what I've done. I've done classes where we learn to connect with pets, and I feel like I've done a really good job, but it's
Yeah,
literally the same as connecting to a human. So it wasn't
exactly.
that, yeah, it wasn't that
Yeah,
difficult, but I don't ever
no
connect to
difference.
like living people. So I was a
So
little,
living people now, so this is something that um and I'll just touch upon this quickly. If you're connecting to somebody else that's alive and you are connecting to their energy, and let's say for example you're connecting to their energy and they don't know, you always want to think about the intention of why you're connecting with that person's energy. Because I mean, there's a moral compass that we do carry with this work, that when we're connecting with another living person's energy, and there's also, like, you're only going to get so much information if you're going with an intention of picking up on something that maybe isn't for any good other than just information or drama or sharing it or something, then it's not going to
yeah,
be expansive. So think about it just like
okay,
fear and love. It's not going to be as expansive information, but we can do it. Um, but I always go through the higher self to ask for permission. Now, with the
okay,
pets, it's a little different because our pets are actually connected to our auric field. And so when we're having a communication, so for example, if you've got somebody sitting with you and you're connecting in with them and it's their pet that they want to talk to, you're actually connecting, the two of them are joined together. And that's how spirit shows it to me. It's like
oh, okay.
sharing consciousness. Um,
Mm,
Now, to connect with your pet, you would want to do the same things that you would do as if you're going to ask spirit a question. Okay, so it's your intention. My first step, and you can tell me if this is what you did. My first step is my intention is to connect with Luke, to connect with my dog. That's what I want to do.
yeah,
So you're putting that statement out there. Well, of course, we all have that ability, but here's the thing, you have connected with many different energies. So you've had this practice of doing so. So if somebody does not have any practice, you have to remember that you might get something very subtle back. So you might just get a feeling like they want to be pet, or I love you, or something really, you know, and that you want to accept what it is that you get. So you make the intention to connect, you sit still, you can visualize them, you can look at a picture of them, you can sit them right in front of you, whatever you want to do, however you feel drawn to connect to them. And you allow them to answer your questions. So rather than just sitting there and waiting for something to come, you say, how are you feeling? Is there something that you'd like to share with me? You know, are you liking the food that I'm giving to you? So have a conversation. because one of the things, and it's something that's really easy, but we kind of don't think of it because we go into this state of like, okay, I'm waiting for something. Okay, I'm connecting, I'm going to sit and I'm going to wait. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to wait. And then I'm going to wait because
I
it's not going
think
to,
that's what I think that's what I did. And then the only thing, because like I know that people go to pet psychics for like medical issues. So I think that that's just where my mind went, was like what medically, and, and all I could come up with was the little lesion on his jaw, which I
yeah,
mean, I guess it's information. So but I like, yeah, I got to ask more questions. Like, what
yeah,
food are you eating?
yeah,
Do you like your walks? I mean,
yeah.
some of that though, I
Like
thought I
getting, and you can also go in and say, is there anything that I can do differently for you? Is there anything that would make you more comfortable? And so you're right. Many people do go to a pet psychic because they're trying to get to the bottom of some behaviors or, medical issues, all kinds of different things. But keep in mind that your connection to your own pet, just like your connection to your loved ones, is going to be the strongest. So when you
hmm.
sit down and you connect and ask them the questions, your job is to then trust what it is that you're getting, even if you feel you're not getting something that's very clear. So
Okay.
even if it's a feeling that you're getting, you will get something always.
Okay. And it's probably, I don't know, I feel like we know our pets so well. Like, if I were to say, "Do you like your walks?" He'd say yes. Well, I know that,
Yeah.
or like,
Yeah.
who's your
Yes.
best friend? I know that, you know.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's like, I feel like it's like when a pet psychic that doesn't know you says those things and you're like, "Oh, it must be true." So if you're getting answers that you feel like you came up with in your head, those are still probably their answers. You just know your pet so well.
That's right. And that
Would that
goes
be
through the
true?
same. It very true, because think about what we've talked about with connecting with our loved ones in spirit, right? Because, I'll use my own grandmother as an example. Connecting with my own grandmother was always to me more questionable for what I was getting back,
Yeah.
because it I knew everything. I knew
Yeah.
it wasn't until I started to delve into things that I didn't know about her that I would get, that I started to oh, wait a minute here. So that's why it can be challenging for us to channel for ourselves or to channel and bring
Yeah.
through our loved ones, because we have to walk through a certain level of, okay, that doesn't seem like anything different than what I already know. Because of course those things are going to be there, but you have to continue to practice
Yeah.
and work through it, right? But the same goes for our pets, because we know, and we do already have communication with them. So it oh yeah, Eric of course is popping in here and giving a little yaps to the side, but he was just saying that they help teach us communication. So isn't that
Yeah.
interesting? Because think about them, they're not using their physical voice. I mean, they do, of course, they bark or meow or
But
whatever.
they don't have
Um,
words. Yeah.
but they're not using language. They're using languages of the body, languages of sound. And so, you're already working a language with your pet, because you all
Yeah.
know I do. I know what my pets are looking for. I know by the certain sounds they make, by the actions they have, what they need, and can anticipate that. So what all you're doing is you're breaking that down and going a little further into it. So you already have that communication connection. And that's what gets bypassed so easily as nothing. Because it's like, oh yeah, of course I know that. I live with them, like not really thinking about actually what is that? What is
Yeah.
that? And the same with our connections with other human beings. You live with people, you start to get to know their stuff without words, right? So you're just moving that connection into a deeper space. And you have to trust yourself through that to then get to the other side of that. And that will start to expand more. Does that make sense?
Hmm. It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just they are so expressive, like I know when he's happy, I know when he's sad, I know when
Yeah.
he's got I should get him up here. He's got the most
He's very
expressive little
cute.
eyes.
You
He is
really
very cute.
should.
He's right here. He's
Yeah.
sleeping. Hold on. Oh, you heard me. Come here. Oh.
He is so cute. Like, look at that face.
Yes.
Look at
And
those eyes.
they tell me everything. They tell
Yes.
me everything.
Yeah.
See, he's tired.
Look at
Anyway,
you.
I know he's so cute. Anyway, he's just a little love bug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just feel like, yeah, they do teach you how to communicate because he is so
Yeah.
expressive. And I feel like by the time I get to connecting psychically with him, here, I'll put you down so they can see you. There you go.
He is a lover. He's got a lot of love in his eyes. He has a lot of admiration and
he's the
oh, he's
loveliest
very
lover. Look at him.
sweet. Oh,
He's a
I
lover.
could just love all over him.
Mm-hmm.
He's so sweet. What breed is he?
He's an Aussie Doodle, Australian
Aussie
Shepherd,
Doodle.
and a
Yeah.
Poodle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can tell.
I love a little doodle in there. Every
know.
dog with a little doodle added to it is so good.
I know. He's the best. You're the
Yeah.
best. Anyways, so yeah, I just feel like you just already know so much, but it is the medical maybe then that you can't figure out, like, why are they not their normal selves? Why are they? But I like the questions, and I feel like it's the art of the question
Yes.
that makes you good at connecting, because that, I think, is where I kind of failed. I was like, I don't know. What do I need to know?
Yeah.
But to be like,
Yeah.
what can I do differently for you? Are you liking this? Are you liking your food?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Although I'm sure he would tell me he wants more food and he can't have more food. So there are limitations.
Yeah, I can tell you that is the only thing that he has said so far, as far as oh, look at him. Yeah, he knows. Because I'm asking him, what would you like? And he would like snacks. Snacks.
Okay, can I tell you? So I know he wants snacks, so much so that I'm like, I've got to create some kind of like low calorie, hearty snack to give him, because he
Yes.
eats all his food up and we give it to him in the morning and the afternoon. And like he's still hungry in between. But I can't give him more. I mean, he's kind of chunky. Like he's not underfed. And I'm like, I need some kind of snack thing to give him that's not going to be too, high in calories, that I can give him to like satisfy him in between meals.
Does he
There's like
chew?
no,
Does he like
he
to
does
chew
like bones
anything?
and stuff. Yeah, he likes
Mm-hmm.
bones.
His flavoring, he keeps showing me what looks like well, it might have cheese in it, but it's orangish looking is what he's showing me. But sweet potato. Try
We
him
could
with a
give you
little
some
sweet potato. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just a little little bit of, and I think you can even get little I know you can make them. There's all kinds of little recipes to make low calorie snacks, but you can also get like little sweet potato snacks. But my dog is she got a little on the chubby side. And what she really loves is we've got these special bones that we get from the vet, and they're called Veggie Dents.
Are they
You
the
can buy them
dental
online.
bones?
Yes, the brown ones.
That's what we give him too. It's the little dental bones. Yeah.
Yeah, those are her favorite, and we had to cut back on them. We had to start sawing them down in half because she's only like a 10-pound dog, and
Okay.
she got up to like 14 pounds. So she was a little chunky, and she was getting 2 bones a day, one in the morning in large size, right? We were giving her, because the small breed ones were too small. So we were giving her big ones, but now we've cut them down in half. So she
Oh,
gets
that's
just
good.
one a day. But maybe something, there might be like if you look online and see if there's like a low calorie, a sweet potato, or something that wouldn't be too high in calories that he could have. But although he's looking more like it's like one's not enough. Like he's showing like several.
Oh,
Like I
this
take
little
one,
guy,
I'm gonna come right back and sit in front of you, and I'm gonna want this one too. More.
he is an eater. He's an eater.
Yeah.
Look, he's a sleeper and an eater. Look, he's like, don't wake
Look
me up.
like hold me. I'm big, but I don't care because I'm a
Yeah,
snuggler. Hold
yeah.
me. I'm a baby.
Oh, he's such a baby. He
Yeah,
gets
he is.
so jealous when I hold
He's
my nephew. It's like, why are you holding someone else besides me? Like, I am
yes.
the lover of the family.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he
He's
really
so
is. He is very cute. He needs his own story. He needs his own Instagram page. He
he
really
does. He's
does.
cute. He
So he's just like just knocked right out.
I don't know why. Ooh,
He's very
you went
comfortable. He's a very relaxed dog. I mean, apparently.
Mhm.
But his energy I mean, you don't take a psychic to figure that one out, but he his energy is very happy. He's very happy with his life. He's very content. Um he does see himself as one of the kids. So he doesn't
Mhm.
see himself as a dog. He is
Mhm.
like he knows the word dog and he knows that that's referred to as him, but he doesn't see himself as different than the family.
Yes.
Like he is one of the family.
Yes. It is so funny because I think of him as like a real true human. Like, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
lots of people think of their pets as like
Yeah.
humans and not dogs,
Yeah.
but I always am like thinking about his little
He he
feelings.
he just gave me a visual of wearing a ball cap with overalls.
Oh,
Like
yes.
dressed up like a little boy. Like
You're
he's a
my
little
third
boy.
boy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's so cute. He's
I
so cute.
know.
Let's see if he's got
So
anything
you
else to say. Do you want to ask him
okay.
something?
Um, I don't know. What could I ask you? Oh, oh, he is so cute, but he has one nasty habit. I
Okay.
should have asked about. I think I know this, but maybe well, he eats his poop.
Oh, well,
Why?
he doesn't
Why,
want somebody
Liz?
else
Why?
to. Doesn't want anybody
He
else
doesn't want
to.
anyone else.
Nope, that's his. That's his.
Oh, he wait and see if you get anything else.
To be quite honest with you, it's almost like he doesn't mind the taste of it.
Like a warm little biscuit. I know. Like it's disgusting.
It's like he's regurgitated. It's like it's still got flavor to it, and he doesn't mind. His taste buds, he's just made for that. Like that's
Oh,
just his thing. But there's some like I know this is kind of gross. Like this is going on another topic here, but he there's something in his food that comes out. He likes the taste of it. Do you add something to his
oh,
food? Does he get a
no.
does he get like a
It's
vitamin
like
or something?
nope. It's like a turkey and blueberry formula. So I wonder if like the blueberries don't digest. And like so maybe his poop tastes sweet or something.
Yeah, it's like it really does come out with like there's a flavor to it. Um, yeah, I don't get anything else around that other than truly it feels like I need to eat it. Like that's mine. It's like it's a treat. It's like I'm gonna eat that. That's mine. I don't want somebody else to take it. I don't um I don't know why else they would do that. I've heard of other dogs doing that before too. And I am getting also something about scent, but Yeah, that's it. What
Well,
did you get about
okay.
it?
Well, he doesn't eat it very often. It's very rare because we sit out there with him and we collect it right
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
But he'll like he thinks it's like a game too. Like he'll try to juke you and get it before you can pick it up. Like he's a little rascal.
He
I
he's
know.
actually very like he's like you can teach him tricks and games and like the way his brain works, he's actually quite good at like learning, at picking things up and learning. Because when you
He's
just said
so
game,
smart. Mhm.
yeah, like he is um showing me the the press the button, like press the button.
Yes.
That, that's what
Um,
he would be good at that.
So he would be so good at that. I actually just told my husband like 2 days ago that I want to
Yeah,
get him those buttons. I'm
yeah,
just not prepared for what getting those buttons means because I know he's
yeah,
going to be like, walk, 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 treat, 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 play, 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 play.
yeah.
So,
I love
but
you.
yeah, I know. Oh, where's that one? Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so he is very, very, very smart.
yeah,
You're too smart.
yeah. He sure is. He's very smart.
Um, well, very cool. So, did we try like when someone connects to their dog, should they like be touching their dog, or do you think like that helps, or just sitting in the same room with them? Like how?
If if that I do. So if I'm going to channel anything from my own dog or like I like to be with them and looking at them and but you don't
Okay,
have to. But yes, having them right there unless they're distracting you, you know, like it depends on your pet. It depends on what you're comfortable with. Sometimes, if you're trying to sit and be quiet, your pet may not want to sit and be quiet with you in that moment. But if you can get a nice moment with them where they're just kind of hanging out with you and quiet. So it really depends on the moment that you're asking and if you can wait for a nice quiet moment to communicate with them.
okay,
Um, I would recommend also having a notepad or like
yeah,
writing down your sensations, the things that come back. There's a lot of people that communicate with their pets very well and pick up on things with their pets very well that maybe feel that they don't pick up on spirits or on other people's energy very well, but they do
that's
on
so
animals.
interesting.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, if you feel that you don't get anything from your pets, I encourage you to keep trying because everybody can get something.
yeah,
Once we have a connection and we establish a connection, the rest is trust and having the willingness to continue to try.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. And maybe even if you're experimenting, try a friend's dog because
Yes.
it's like everything you said today, I already know because I know my dog. So if
Yeah.
he would have said
Yeah.
that to me, I would have been like, well, I knew all that. And
Yeah.
I think that that's kind of where when I went where I said I didn't get anything but that pain, maybe that was the only thing I didn't get that I didn't already know.
That's
Because
exactly
I
right.
knew
Yes.
I think a lot came to me, but I was like, well, I know that. Well, I know that. Well, I know that.
Yes.
But that
Yep.
was the one
And
thing I
that's why
just
it's good
didn't.
to write things down because even if it
Yeah.
is, I love you, this bed is warm, these things that are just seem like, oh, I'm just making that up. Of course I know that. Of course I know that. Write it
Yeah.
down, and this is
Yeah.
that point when we change things up and we ask questions and work in a slightly different area. We have to really trust. I mean, it goes for everything, right? You have to
Yeah.
trust. No matter how big, how small, trust it.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, maybe like look up those questions, like, get questions to get to know your kids or whatever. And it's like, what's your favorite part of the day? Like, that would be a great
Yes.
question to ask.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes. Yes.
your favorite part of the day. Like I just heard snuggles,
When you come
but
home. When you come
yeah,
home is what he just
snuggles.
said. Yeah.
So excited. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because this is what we do. This is
Yeah.
what we do. We just love. I can't believe he's being
Yeah.
so silly.
He is
So
so
sweet.
sweet. You are distractingly sweet, Luke. Like, my
I
gosh.
know.
I just want to snuggle him so much. Ugh. Wish I could just. mm, He's just adorable. Like, everybody, you have a treat today. Like, look at that face. If that doesn't
Aw,
cheer up the rest of your week, I don't know what will.
I know.
So,
He's so cute. Anyways, okay, well, cool. That's really
yeah.
exciting. That's really in this article, the pet psychic found out that uh she said that the dog didn't like his nickname because it made him feel fat. And his nickname was Big Al, and the pet psychic didn't know that. And that really got me thinking, like, wow, do they care that they feel fat? Like they have that much emotion where you feel like you're sensitive to being, called a
Well,
fat
and
reference. Like that's so
some do.
interesting, you know?
Some do. And I'll tell you something. When I had my first poodle, and I remember when I took her to get her hair cut for the first time, and she was a rescue, right? So she was already 8 years old. And when I got her, her hair was long and matted and the whole bit. So I took her to the groomer, got her all shaved down. Well, when I saw her, she didn't even look like the same dog, right? Like completely shaved, and she had these little bows. And I burst out laughing. Like I was just like, 'cause she was so cute, right? I was like, oh my God, your hair. And the groomer said right away, don't laugh. Don't laugh. She's like, really? She goes, you want to be very encouraging so that she doesn't like think that this is something that like is funny or she's being made fun of. And
Yeah.
I remember thinking at the time, I was like, oh, well, yeah, but even though that's not what I think, but that really stuck in my head. So now, several dogs later and many, many groomings later, I've always remembered that to just say, "Oh, you look so beautiful. You look so good." And just to leave it like that. And of course, we've never had a bad experience at the groomers, but still, they do. And some maybe more than others. You get some that really don't care. And then
Yeah.
you get some that really do care about how they look and how they feel. But it's
Can't believe.
still not the same as, like, from the way it's been shown to me and, like, the way Eric has spoken to me about it when we've channeled about pets and stuff, is that, like, they don't have the ego. Like, they still have, like, a mind to a degree that is part of that keeping me safe, right? But that's more instinct. It's more instinct. So there's not the same kind of like not the same as us, like it's not a dwelling, but they can still get depressed, and they can still get sad, and they still pick up on the energy that's being, so even though we could say something to them, if they're being made fun of, it's the energy that goes with it and the feelings that go with it and the picking up of the vibration, because they pick up on things
Yeah,
that
they
we
feel
don't,
that.
right?
Yeah. That's so interesting. My last dog, I dressed her up for Halloween. It was the first time I'd ever dressed a dog up for Halloween, and I got her this little bee costume, and it had like a little hood with the little, antennas and a little like the black and white striped shirt with like a little stinger at the end. And I laughed so hard because it was the cutest thing I'd ever seen, but I
Yeah.
laughed. And she ran all the way to the other side of the house and literally never done this before. She stuck her head under the couch. So only her little stinger was sticking out. So it was even cuter.
Aww.
She asked, like,
That
isn't
is,
that? I know.
oh
So
my
they
gosh.
do. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. No, it's very fascinating. The more that we get into the connection with our animals, and like anything with consciousness we can connect with.
Wow.
Anything with a consciousness, and everything at some point is connected to, like, you think you connect to trees, like all living things. everything's got a consciousness. There's so many different things we can connect with. And so my suggestion for everybody listening is to go out and communicate with your pets, communicate with someone else's pets, communicate with the squirrel that you see out the window. Sky's the limit. So it's us that puts limits on what we're able to do.
Yes, that is so
But once we
true.
realize that the world around us is so expansive and we're part of all of it, we're connected to all of it, it's really just a thought away. And trust. Yeah.
I love that. That is so true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Michelle. I love it.
No problem. Thank you.
Love our pets. Say
thanks, Luke. Thanks
get
for
you some
hanging out with us.
Come on.
How about some snacks?
Go get you some snacks. You want some snacks? Yeah, snacks are so yummy.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, where are they?
Where's the snacks? Who's coming with them?
Snacks? All right.
So cute. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Monday.